Hi, so we've just come out of the scan. What time is it, Chris?
20 past 12.
20 past 12, and we got here at 9:15. We left home at, what time did we leave home?
8:30.
8:30, and we're only just leaving now. Oh my god, it's been such a pain in the arse. Mainly our fault, really. So we got here, and on the way here, oh, bloody hell, just going over some speed bumps, which is great when you're pregnant. We got here and we were like, oh shit, we haven't got the notes. So you need your notes when you're obviously having hospital appointments, especially with twin pregnancies. And I just assumed they'd be able to print some off here, or that they would have a record of some sort, but they were quite insistent that we needed the notes. So Chris had to drive all the way home. We're not even at a hospital near where we live, so it's drive all the way home, all the way back, and then I had to have the scan without him. So that's a real shame. I'll fill you in on the scan later. So I wouldn't have bothered really with the pictures because they're not as good as the HD scan pictures, are they? But because obviously he wasn't there, I did get some scan pictures, so I'll show you them later as well. So yeah, it's just been a bit of a pain because you have to have the scan and then you have to wait to see the doctor, the specialist. So yeah, I'm only just getting home now, and I'm so hungry. She said my blood pressure's low, and did I feel faint? They had a twin mum faint earlier. I was like, no, I'm all right. And then I've come out and I'm like, now I feel like I do feel dizzy, or I am feeling faint. She's made me paranoid. So I think I just need some food, so that's what we're gonna do now. So yeah, top tip guys, either leave your notes in the car, keep them in your handbag, or just don't be stupid and forget them and leave them at home. So we definitely won't be doing that again. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit. So we just grabbed Subway salad, pretty standard. Double tikka for me, and Chris had a tuna sandwich. So yeah, I can't wait till I get home, I'm too hungry. Hi guys, so this is kind of the sit down part of the vlog. So this is where I fill you in on the scan, on a few baby bits that we've bought recently, and yeah, how it all went really, and also the twin meeting as well. So the scan. Yeah, the appointment we got there for on time, but on the way there we realised we forgot the notes. So you're meant to take these absolutely everywhere with you when you're having a baby. So yeah, just a heads up on that in case you are pregnant. And we forgot them. So we got there and I thought, well, they'll have a record there surely, or you know, it'll be fine. We were too far past where we live to turn back and get back in time for our appointment. So the hospital is, with the traffic and with the nightmare parking situation, it could take about 40 minutes to get there, if not a bit longer. So we couldn't turn back. So anyway, we got there and we were like, right, we're here for the scan, and obviously you're all excited. They were like, where's your notes? We're like, oh, we forgot them, we're so sorry. And you know, they probably get it a lot, so their reaction is always quite annoyed because you need them. So I said, oh, is there anything you can do? Because we live quite far from the hospital, so to go all the way back and come all the way back is like a nightmare. And she said no. And I was like, right, okay. And she said, well, let me go and speak to the doctor and see what he says, because it's a twin pregnancy. You have the scan, you have a consultation, then you see the doctor. So when I spoke to the doctor, no, really you do need your notes, because they've got to check the size and compare to the previous scans and, you know, all of that. So we were like, right, okay, so if we go all the way back and come all the way back, we're going to miss our appointment. And she said, well, you can go in for the scan if you want, but then your partner could go back. And obviously we were a bit gutted about that, because I really wanted Chris to be there for the scan, and we'd made the effort to go, and he booked the day off work and everything. So I had to go in on my own, and then he went home. I was hoping he'd get back in time. With hospital appointments, you know what it's like. You have a set time, but you know damn well it probably isn't going to be that time. So you get given the little buzzer, you go off, and then they'll buzz you when you're ready. 40 minutes later, I'm still sat there, and things happen, you know. Obviously there could be complications with the previous person or whatever. I'm normally pretty patient. My husband might say that I'm not, but on the whole I'm a quite a patient person. But it was boiling hot, there was people everywhere. I was sat there, I was gutted that obviously Chris wasn't going to be there, and I was just getting a bit like agitated. And when we finally, well, when I finally got the call, I was ringing Chris. I was like, how far away are you? And he didn't pick up because he was driving. So yeah, I just had to go into the scan by myself, so whatever. So we had the scan. They're growing really, really well. Previously, they were around the same size. Now one of them is a little bit bigger than the other one. So his head's a little bit bigger, he's a bit longer, and he weighs a little bit more. So they're both just kind of just under 3 pounds. Perfectly on track for where they should be. Yeah, everything was absolutely fine. Scan pictures at the hospital, I mean, they're all right, aren't they? But they're not nowhere near as good as when you have like the HD scans. So that's one of the babies there. So that's his lips, that's his mouth, and yeah, he looks quite cozy. And then the other baby, this one we managed to get a slightly more detailed picture. So that's his little face there. They've both still got their big lips. They're both still little pouters like their mom. And yeah, they're both doing really, really well. They have changed position. So before they were transverse, so they were lying across my tummy and they were top to tail. Now, one of them, his head's moved lower, so his head's actually moved round in the right direction. So yeah, so that was good. And they're moving around fine, movement's fine. There's nothing basically that they're concerned about. So with me, I have low platelets, which apparently is nothing to really worry about. And also my blood pressure apparently was a bit low. So after the scan, what happens next is you go and sit in the other waiting room and then you wait to see the doctor. But prior to that, you see like, I'm assuming they're nurses, I don't know if they have a different title, but you wait to see a nurse and you have to do like your urine sample and all of that again. That waiting room was really busy as well and really, really hot. And yeah, there was a poor lady in there that was really struggling to keep control of her children as well. I felt so sorry for her. I thought that's going to be me soon. Her child was screaming at the top of her voice for ages, running around like mad while her other kid was in another direction. I was like, yeah, that's probably going to be me. So yeah, it was just one of them. So we waited quite a long time for that appointment as well. I mean, I was there over 3 hours in total. So, a funny story though. So next I got called in to do my urine sample, check my blood pressure and all of that. And this lovely lady, I think her name was Deborah. When you get baby brain, you struggle to remember things. I'm pretty sure it was Deborah. She said to me, oh, I follow you. And I was like, oh my God, really? She said, oh, I kept seeing your name and I was hoping to see you and I haven't seen you yet. But she said, I watch your YouTube channel. I was like, oh my God, no way. Here's my urine sample. So yeah, that's slightly embarrassing. But she was so sweet. So we were all like chatting away about Slimming World and stuff. So my blood pressure goes sky high. She was like, oh, we need to do that again. So we did it again when I wasn't talking. And it was a little bit low, but it was fine, you know, it's nothing to worry about. So it's really nice to meet her. She was so nice. And then we waited again then to get called in by the doctor. Obviously Chris had got back by this point with the notes. So that didn't delay. God, they're really kicking me now. That didn't delay anything. It was just really busy anyway. So we got in to see the doctor, and then you know what it's like you've been waiting ages. The other lady prior to that was like ticking loads of stuff off and just asking me some questions about any like supplements I take or whatever. Everything was fine. Then the doctor came in and he just sat down and he was like, everything all right? We're like, yeah. He was like, got any questions? No? Feeling all right? Yeah? Okay. I was like, okay, is that it? So yeah, we waited around yeah, for ages for that, but at the end of the day, it's great that it's all going well, isn't it? It's great that it's all on track and there's no more to talk about. So we finally got home. We went and got a Subway because I was literally starving. Another reason why I was getting a bit like anxious, because I was really, really hungry. So we went and got a Subway, and then just like, yeah, just filling Chris in on the scan and all of that. And then we had to come back in the evening. We didn't have to, I chose to. We came back for a twin parent meeting and an opportunity to explore the maternity ward and yeah, just the hospital facilities in general. One of my members actually runs it, so she's lovely. She's one of the twin like specialists at the hospital, one of the midwives there. Might not necessarily be my midwife, it depends who's there when I'm in, but yeah, Louise has did a couple of my appointments and she's fab. So we went along to this twin meeting, had no idea what to expect, and there were only, how many of the couples? 1, 2, 3, 4 of the couples there and us, so 5 couples in total, and you know, it was so hot, so maybe some people didn't come in the end. They were expecting a few more, so we got there. And there was a few people that were already there, and I recognised one of the ladies from the waiting room earlier that day. One of the twin mums had actually fainted while having a scan because it was that hot. But yeah, luckily that wasn't me. So we got introduced to lots of different things, you know, in terms of like equipment. So we got to look at all different equipment. I did start to take some notes. So we talked about delivering the twins. So when you're 10 centimetres dilated, we talked about if you're going to try and have a natural birth, then obviously they'll deliver twin 1, and then the contractions will start all over again. So she said normally it's between sort of 30 minutes and 40 minutes, and then you'll have a second lot of contractions, and then obviously give birth a second time. And one lady though apparently on the day did it in about 8 minutes, so one pretty much came straight out after, which would be amazing. But yeah, that's not typical. So then we talked through like epidurals, we talked through gas and air, all the different types of pain management that you can have. I really want to try and have a natural birth. I also really want to do hypnobirthing. So I don't know how I feel about the pain relief side of it, because if you have an epidural, it obviously is going to numb you, and then you have to have a catheter, and then you can't get up and you can't walk around and stuff. So I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm really going to have to think about it, but they strongly recommend it for twin births, the epidural, just in case you have to go in for C-sections and all of that. So you're monitored a lot. So it is quite hard to be mobile anyway, because you're classed as high risk with it being twins. Then they talked about the placentas afterwards, and obviously I've got 2 placentas, so then they have to come out. I am looking at doing the placenta encapsulation, so I'm actually going to be turning my placentas into tablets. I'll tell you more about that later, but that's more to try and combat any sort of post-baby blues, and for the nutritional benefits. Loads and loads of people that I follow on social media have done it. I know a lot of celebrities do it. I'm not doing it because I think I'm some sort of celebrity. I'm doing it because I've researched it, and I think, why not? If it can't hurt, why not? If it can only benefit you, then brilliant. So then we talked about the possibility of having to use the Kiwi method, where they use like a suction thing on the head of the baby to get it out, or forceps, which obviously is not ideal. They talked about the fact that like years and years ago, obviously women used to like scrub floors a lot and clean a lot, so their babies were normally in a good position to give birth naturally. But now that can not be the case, because a lot of women don't do that sort of like, you know, scrubbing the floors and all of that. So I've got my ball where I get in different positions, and I'm obviously still doing loads of exercise, so hopefully I'll be all right on that front. They don't tend to let you go past 37 weeks, sometimes 38. So there's an increased risk of stillbirth with twin pregnancies if you go any longer, so that's why they just get you out, because your body can't cope with them both being in there, or 3 or 4, whatever you've got. And they talked about steroid injections before the delivery, 4 weeks before. They talked about emergency C-sections. If you don't have an epidural, the consequence of that is if you get pulled in to have an emergency C-section, then you might have to be put to sleep, so you're not even awake when your babies are delivered, which would be rubbish. So what happens next? They talked a lot about breastfeeding. Obviously breastfeeding is very much encouraged for loads of different reasons. I really hope I can breastfeed, but because I've had an uplift, which I've talked about in another video, then I don't know if I can or I can't. So we're going to have to just wait and see on that. They do say that they're perfectly okay with twin mums mixed feeding, so like combination feeding, because with 2 it's going to be extremely hard to solely breastfeed, and then the partners obviously can't help when you're out and about trying to feed 2 like while they're, you know, kicking off because they want their milk. It's going to be really challenging. So they did talk about mixed feeding and bringing baby milk in with you just in case. They talked about the vitamin K injections for the babies, so that's to prevent bleeding in the baby. They have a baby tag alarm system in this hospital, so it's a very sophisticated hospital. So if anyone tries to steal your baby, an alarm will go off and there's a security guard in there. Putting woolly hats on them so they lose a lot of heat through their heads, so they make sure that you bring a knitted woolly hat. Luckily, one of my amazing members, Audrey, knitted me a load of stuff the other day. The two things that she included was woolly hats. Visiting is only between 7 and 8, which was quite fascinating. Husbands can stay 24/7 and they can stay one night or two with you as well, which is lovely, because they're there obviously to help you with the babies. But anyone else, it's between 7 and 8, and they say try and keep it to grandparents only, or like brothers and sisters, because that should be your special time really with your babies. So I think that's a really good advice. The first precious days, you know, when you get home, they talked about keep visitors to a absolute minimum, and if they do come round, then make sure that they understand that you've got lack of sleep and they can make their own tea or coffee, and in fact they can make you tea or coffee while you're there, or even better, bring food. So yeah, and then they talked about the midwife visits and the fact that you'll bleed afterwards, pelvic floor exercises, the number of feeds, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. So it was really good. They passed around like a weight so the husbands could feel how much you're actually carrying. So I think it opened Chris's eyes, because not only have I obviously done 3 rounds of F prior to this, so my whole life revolved around that for a while. My body didn't feel like it was own, my life wasn't my own. I wasn't able to go out, drink, do all the exercise that I normally do. And then obviously I've got 9 months of being pregnant as well. So I think it made him realise, wow, this, you know, she has actually done quite a lot. I know he thinks that anyway, but I really think it opened his eyes even more, especially with what you go through when you have the babies as well. So yeah, that was interesting. His face was a picture. I think he was a bit scared after the whole experience. Then we've got a list of things to put in your hospital bag, and things not to bother bringing. So that was quite good. And they talked about the fact of having your hospital bag and the baby's hospital bag separate, which I thought was really good advice. I would do a separate video on what I'm going to put in my hospital bag and the baby's hospital bag nearer the time. And then they wrote everyone's names down, everyone's emails, everyone's telephone numbers and due dates. And they gave us a list of each other's contact details. I think with these sort of things, you either click with people or you don't. I'm hoping when I do like the NCT and stuff like that, I'm hoping that I'll meet people that I click with and we'll become friends, because loads of people I know are really good friends with their like mum friends that they met. But yeah, these guys, I think you can't be friends with people just because they're twin mums. So yeah, like I say, either click with people or you don't. There was one girl that was really nice, so I was chatting to her a little bit. She's having one of each. Another girl knew what she was having but didn't want to disclose it, so they're not telling anyone, which is fair enough. Another couple didn't know what they were having, and I didn't get to ask the final couple, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we all, you know, it was lovely, really nice, but I'm not sure if any of us were each other's cup of tea, shall we say. God knows what they think of me when I rock up still in my heels and full face of makeup. Hi. So yeah, God knows what they think of me. They probably feel, oh bloody hell, is, yeah. I don't know, who knows. So then we got to look around the hospital, and that was amazing, like actually seeing people getting ready to go into the birthing room, seeing all the family rooms, seeing where the babies go if they need any assistance, you know, in the care units, seeing where the food facilities are and the drink, and you can be in there quite a few nights with twin pregnancies. So yeah, they prepare you for that. So that was fantastic, and seeing different baby photos of babies that have been born there, and it was just lovely. So I'm really glad that I went. So thank you, Louise, if you do watch this. And then when I got home, we've had a few different bits and bobs delivered, so I'll just talk you through those now. Got some dead cute pieces here. Oh, and I forgot to say, while I was at the hospital, as well as chatting to the woman that follows me on YouTube, I saw another couple who I know, and they've just had their baby. So they had a little boy, and I saw the photo yesterday, so that was really cute. So congratulations, Claire. really happy for you. And then I also saw another one of my friends, so it's a friend of a friend, and she's pregnant through IVF as well, and I saw her there. She's having 1 baby, and she's tiny. She's tiny, but she was so excited, so it was really nice. It was really, really nice to chat to them. So one of the outfits I got, which is from A Little Bird Told Me, I'll link all the shops down below. So it's got like a little like romper vest thing that says a little man, and then to go with that we've got some camo like leggings. So this is really in for babies at the moment. Years ago I think boys' clothes were a bit rubbish, but a lot of boys wear this sort of thing now. So some little camo shorts, and then a matching camo hat. Oh, so cute. So that's going to be a really, really cute outfit. So yeah, I'm excited to try them out in those. And then I also got some blankets. These were also sent to me. These are from Crochet Jane. So Crochet Jane made these herself, which is just like mind-blowing. They are so good. They're really, really good quality, and yeah, I love them. I love the colours, I love everything about them. So obviously we need 2 of everything, so we've got 2 of those. And then from this company called Mama Designs, I really like to support independent companies on Instagram and stuff, so I like to shop with a lot of those sort of companies. We actually worked out that these guys know my cousin. So my cousin and his wife own a company called Cocozo, coconut oil, baby oil. I think I've just finished mine actually. I haven't got any left at the moment to show you. But they all know each other. So this company, we got some snoodies. So these are really, really cute. Just little like bandana type snoodies that go around their neck, and that's for like dribbles and just bibs and stuff. And these are award winning like scarves. So this company have got like awards and stuff. So that was really cute. Then I got a couple of sleeping bag suits from them. So that's one of them there. This one's got pineapples all over them, and pineapple is very much a symbol of the IVF community. So I thought that was perfect, considering that that's how we conceived them, was through IVF. So yeah, really, really chuffed with those. And then from the same company, we've got some swaddle muslins. So again, they are the pineapple design. So I thought these were really cute. So yeah, to wrap them up in those, it's just going to be so cute. So that was Mama Designs, and I'll link them below. And then I also got some clothes from Next. So the shop's selection isn't always that great, I find. So I ordered these online. This one says little but small in size, not large, tiny. So yeah, that's one of them. Let me just move that out of the way so you can see. So that's one of them, and then behind there's another one. So these are in the size first size, so this will be the sort of thing they'll wear just as they're born. I can't believe I'm gonna have 2 babies in there. Like, hi. Carrying one and then carrying the other. And then I also got these, which I think are so cute. So let's pull this off. So that one says, what does that one say? Mummy's Little Bear. So that's from Next as well. So Mummy's Little Bear. And then, because there's twins, I thought it'd be nice to have this. So I love my daddy bear. So a daddy bear and a mummy bear one. So yeah, they're both from Next as well. And then this outfit I had to get. I'm obsessed with monochrome. So I really like the Mining Class range. I like anything that's monochrome. So again, these little cute prints. How tiny do they look? And a t-shirt to go with it. So that's another one. Let's get that down. In fact, let's pull all these off. It's easier, isn't it? So let me just hold that up. Ooh, so cute. Hi. So yeah, I love them. And then this is like a 3 set. So I've got a few of these. I think these are going to come in really handy. So little navy sort of thin striped one, a thicker striped navy one, and then a navy star one. And they're all from Next. They were £16. So I'll link whatever I can below, and then that way if you like that sort of thing, then you can go and get them. And then another thing I got, this lady actually contacted me, and she's a twin mum, and I think it's so nice when you've got other twin mums to talk to, and she actually designed these herself. Now, like I said, ideally I want to be able to breastfeed, but realistically I don't know if it's going to happen where I just sole breastfeed. So these are called Milky Mates, and this is a Milky Mate Deluxe, and basically I'll read what it says. It's a revolutionary baby bottle holder to help mum when she needs a helping hand. It will encourage the baby to start holding the bottle more and become more interactive. Milky Mate is lightweight and designed for easy release and lets the baby push away effortlessly. It's a really simple design, and the function, blah blah, can be milk case, perfect for mums with twins, triplets or multiples, helping her get through feeding time. So it's organic cotton. It's obviously not a toy. Do not leave your baby unattended. So it comes with all loads and loads of like disclaimers. Obviously they've got to be supervised at all times. You don't put it in the cot and so on. So they're called Milky Mate Deluxe, and I guess really they're a little bit like a little sleepyhead. So you take it out, and it's like a really soft like neck cushion really, and you can put the bottle in and then pop it round. So if I show you the picture there, so pop it round their necks, and it would just help prop up the bottle. So again, like for a twin mum, like feeding them, that could be quite handy. So loads of twin mums absolutely rave about it. So it was so sweet. She sent me these, and I just think that's so lovely. So honestly, big thank you, darling, for sending me those. I'm sure I'll be coming to you for all sorts of advice. It's a really good community of twin mums, because I think you know, obviously one baby is hard, I'm not saying it's not, but two is going to be even harder. Like everything you go through with them crying, the feeding and all of that, like imagine that times two. I'm under no illusion it's going to be difficult, but what you might not know about me is I'm a stubborn person. I really like to understand everything, so like I feel quite out of my depth at the moment, because being a mum isn't really anything I know a lot about, but I intend to educate myself as fast as possible and do whatever I can to be the best mum I possibly can. Everything I do, I strive to get better and better at it. I don't get beaten easily. I'm not a quitter. If someone tells me that I can't do something just because I've got twins, I'll prove to them that I can. So yeah, and you might be laughing at me thinking, you ain't a mum yet, love. You know, wait and see. But all I can do is my best, and I've got a really supportive husband, I've got loads of family, friends and stuff, so everyone's going to be helping me. But what was quite fascinating, it's something I just want to briefly mention as well before I finish this vlog. I bought a load of books. One was about twin and multiple pregnancies, one was about more sort of like flexible sleeping routines, and one was by Gina Ford. Well, bloody hell, I didn't have a clue how controversial Gina Ford is. I'd never even heard of her. You've got to remember, guys, I didn't think I could have kids, so why would I even know who the hell she is? And I posted a picture of the book on my stories, and I am not joking you, like it blew up. It blew up. I had people inboxing me like, oh my god, she's the Hitler of baby sleeping. I was like, right, okay. And they were like, oh, Gina Ford, and then like sick faces. I was like, right, okay. And I was thinking, oh god, you know, what the hell have I done here? And loads of people were just saying that they went mental trying to stick to her routines. I was like, okay. So basically, I haven't even read it yet. I haven't even read the bloody book. So I'm imagining what it is it's quite a lot of controlled crying, structured sleep time and all that sort of thing. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do. I wanted to read it because loads of other people had recommended it. So other people have messaged me and said, oh my god, that book's like literally saved my insanity. That it works so well for their children. After following it, their children slept through the night. Obviously just take from it what you want to take from it, and the bits that you think are outrageous, ignore, which is what I would do anyway. I'm not going to do something just because some woman that I've never met in a book tells me to do it. If I think her advice is good and I see a benefit from it, then I'll apply the bits that I think are good. If I read something and she's like, oh, do this, and I think, no chance, I'm not going to do it. So I think, you know, happy mum, happy baby, and if you're not stressed, then hopefully they won't be too stressed. And I think if you go with your gut, they're your kids. No one knows your kids better than you. No one knows, like, surely, like a little smile that they do and you know they're okay, or a noise that they make, or, you know, what's going to be best for your family and your routine, for, you know, that works with you as well. So I like to think I'm quite smart, you know. I have a degree. I have, you know, a lot of experience, life experience. I'm not, you know, I'm not naive, but I was just shocked by the sheer controversy that's related to this book. So I'm going to put a little disclaimer out on this video, right? And I'm really lucky because if I need help or if I need advice, I can ask for it. I can either ask my friends or family, or I can just put it on Instagram or Facebook. And you guys are amazing. Like, you'll come back and you'll answer any questions that I have. I think unless the advice is asked for, maybe let them find their own way, you know. Maybe let them read the book that you think is rubbish or the book that you think is amazing, and let them make their own mind up. I'll find my own way, you know. Me and my husband will decide overall ultimately what's going to work for us. And a lot of twin mums contacted me, and they said they thought they were going to be these like earth mums, and they thought they'd be really chilled out. You've got to think, you've got 2 babies. If you're like letting them eat and drink whenever they want, letting them sleep whenever they want, you know, feed whenever they want, do whatever they want, what's going to happen to you? Like, you could literally get 0 sleep. Your whole world is just going to be completely consumed by feeding and all of that, which is, you know, that's what a mum should do, obviously. But you don't want to have some sort of breakdown. I am a very organised person. I'm a structured person. I like things to be done right, and that's just how I am. So maybe I'll like more of a structured approach. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll turn into the softest person ever when I see their 2 little cute faces. I don't know. But anyone would think that I'd literally said, right, rather than drying my babies with a towel, I'm going to hang them on a washing line. Or if they're crying, I'm going to stick them in the boot of my car. That was like, that was the sort of reaction that, you know, that sort of thing would warrant. Not just talking about a book. So I think I'm going to learn very quickly there's a strong opinion associated with the baby community and the parenting community. And I think just, you do you, I'll do me. Everyone can do themselves. And yeah, we'll go from there. But, you know, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate advice, and if I need help, then, you know, I absolutely love it when you help me. So yeah, I was just a bit taken aback by some of the messages that I got, and they made me feel a bit rubbish, like I'd done something wrong, and I hadn't done anything wrong. I was just talking about a book that I'd never heard of. So we live and learn, don't we? So yeah, I think that's everything I've got to fill you in on so far. Next scan is about 4 weeks time. So the next thing I'm going to do now is finish off the nursery. I think we might have picked the names. So the nursery, the names, all of that, that'll come. I'll do videos on all of that, and then sort out my hospital bag. So yeah, they'll be all my next updates. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to keep following the journey, or watch my Slim and Well videos, or my beauty videos, or my hair videos. There's loads of things that I've got planned that are coming. So if you would like to stay with me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook. It's up to you, but I really appreciate you watching this, and yeah, happy fopping, guys. Speak to you soon.